Minutes early. So actually my stove is a little behind. Yep, 2 minutes early, and I wanted to make sure I got this thing started on time. It is 6 p.m. and after looking at some of the load times I have been putting on Wednesdays versus Thursdays, I decided that because I just think Thursday may work better, and I believe that I'm going to do 8 p.m. 8 p.m. because that'll give me time if I want to go live. Y'all just know I'm going to be here 8 p.m. If I don't go live and I just post a video, I'm going to be here at 8 p.m. Either way it go, I am here at 8 p.m. So I'm looking at Thursday at the moment. I'm on Wednesday at 6 is what I put in my description for you to come, because I want it to be consistent, and I want to make sure that no matter what, you guys will know what time I'm going to be on. And that way, if I can't get a notification out or something like that before time, you guys still would know that I'm going to be on at 8 o'clock. Thank you for all of you who came and subscribed to this new channel. I really greatly appreciate that. I am a firm believer in just having to live out of your comfort zone in order for things to change in your life. And this change was brought upon because of the simple fact that you can be overwhelmed. You could be overwhelmed and not realize it. You could take on too much and not realize it until it's too late, or until problems start to arise, or until you're feeling a bit of uncomfortableness in your life. And a lot of times it's too late for some to make a change, and then sometimes it's the right time to make a change, because some people need pressure in order to make something change. So with that being said, I had to come on at 6 live because I said that I was going to be loading videos at 6 o'clock, but I would not be able to edit and do all that and get it out. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go live. Whoever comes in, it's going to stay up and they can see the video. But this live is going to be about just the changes and changing in general. We as people staying in a comfort zone, and we as people not wanting to be uncomfortable. A lot of times we don't change because we don't want to be uncomfortable. Change is a bit overwhelming for people. Not only is change overwhelming for people, change makes people, they get anxiety, they get nervous, they get stressed. Why? Because change is the unknown a lot of times. Because if you're going from one space in your life to another space in your life, you don't know if it's going to work, how it's going to work, how it's going to make you feel. It's going to bring you more money. Is it going to bring you more happiness? It's going to bring, you get what I'm saying? There's so many elements that are involved with a change in anyone's life. So a lot of times people choose not to change. People choose to stay in situations, whether they're good or bad, relationships, jobs, just it's so many things that people stay in and stay conformed to and stay stressed out in and stay miserable in, because they'll rather be miserable knowing than to be in the unknown and conform to this change and not have an idea of what's going to happen. So I'll stay with this man, even though it's not going right. I'll stay with my girl, even though it's not going right. Even though we've tried, or I've tried, and it's not going right. I'll stick with this job. I know how much I'm making. Even though they treat me like crap, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay at this church home. I'm going to stay at whatever it is in your life that is not making you happy. It is not bringing any fulfillment to your life. Why will you stay? Because you're comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable in order for something to change in your life. And I am a firm believer in that. I've been through so many situations in my life. And when the Creator warns me that it is time for me to share a lot of those things, I will, because that's what this channel is going to be about. I'm not going to sit in front of you and tell you anything that I haven't been through or haven't done or don't know anything about. That's the only way that I can help anyone. And you know, I tell people a lot when I was personal training, when I was, you know, living the healthy life and trying to, at this point, trying to transition back into getting healthy mind, body, and soul, I would say that if I had to go find someone to help train me or to train me to get my life together, to get my body right, I don't just need a person who is educated on those things and never been through one of those situations ever. I don't want that type of person. You want to know why? Because they don't know the in-depth emotional feelings and things that a person goes through from head to toe as far as everything dealing with that person when they're going through that situation. If you're overweight, if you are an overweight woman, you know how it feels to have your back aching, your back popping, your back hurting and burning, your ankles popping. And you know, when you try to walk up the stairs, you get long-winded. All these things that come with being overweight, you know about that. Why? Because you've been there. So if you can stand in my face and tell me, girl, listen, let me tell you, you can do this. You can push through it. I know you almost 300 pounds. I was there before. Right at, when I say so close to 300 pounds, this many fingers could basically get me to the next level of the next 100. So with that being said, I feel more inclined to listen to someone who's been there and done that versus someone who's just educated in that. That's just me personally. Why? Because it comes a time when they can be in a bind because of certain questions you can ask somebody who's been there that you can't ask a person who's just educated on how it is or how it feels for a person to be there, not even knowing the feeling, just knowing because they've been educated on, okay, if this person is in this situation, this is how they may feel, and this is the type of reaction they may give, and this is the way they do this, that, and the third. I need you to feel me. I need you to feel me. And this whole change with me going from my other channel to here was more so of, I don't need to just be sharing what I'm doing in my home and sharing DIY projects. There are people out there dying, hurting, depressed, miserable, stressed, and going through some things. And you know, I read through people. I read through people really well. And I just sit back and I kind of smile. You want to know why? Because a lot of people overcompensate what they do. And sis, I'm in this situation right now in my life and it's rough. It is rough. Girl, you made me want to just cry because I was just finna say that. It's so many of our sisters and brothers, and I don't care what color your skin is. What I'm saying is we are going through some things. And me coming and showing you this little thing that I just bought and how cute it was, and it was at IKEA or Home Sense or Home Good or Marshall, screw that. Because at the end of the day, when you are on your deathbed or I am on my deathbed, can I leave here knowing that I have fulfilled my purpose and I made changes to be in the correct space to do what I need to do to help people that can hear my voice, to help people that I can touch, to help people that are in my circle or in my area, in my atmosphere? Have I done that? You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can go around, oh, I got this, I did this, and I made this. That doesn't mean a thing. Because like I told y'all in a video on my other channel, I said, you know, when Rick Ross was going through his situation, and I use this because only thing I know about this man is that he brags on his money and what he has all the time. Do you think when he was on his deathbed, do you literally think that he cared about a dime that he had in the bank? Do you really literally think that this man cared about a dime that he had in the bank? He did not. He did not. Not only did he not care, but he literally cared more about his family, cared more about his loved ones being around him. He did not care about a coin. All the money he made, all the riches he gained over this short period of time, that was the last thing on his mind. And people, we have to get our minds right. Change has to come and you have to realize you're going to be uncomfortable. If it's already rough now, think about the roughness being a transition to something better. You get what I'm saying? If you're already going through a rough spell now, if you're already stressed out, if you're already overwhelmed, if you already feel like you waking up every day and you're doing the same damn thing over and over and over and over again, you're insane. Why? Because ain't nothing going to change. You need to surround yourself with different people. Change brings about changes in your whole life. Why? Because if you want to change, you have to change everything. Everything. And this is what I'm saying. You know how people say, if you want better, you do better. And I know y'all heard me say this before. If you want better, you do better. But what if you don't know what better is? What if you don't know what better is for you or where to start? Then start looking for people who seem like they're doing what it is you want. Start getting out there and putting yourself in different atmospheres and different places and things, and start doing stuff you're not comfortable with. Get out of your element. When you get out of your element and you realize that what you're doing now is not what you plan to do forever, or you don't want to do it forever, you're not happy with it, start doing things differently. Don't go to the same happy hours. If you know, sometimes they have networking happy hours for businesses and entrepreneurs and stuff. Don't go to the same events. Do something different. Try something different. It's funny that I was talking to my husband. I said, you know how when somebody get a car, you don't see that car much until you get it or somebody you know get it. Then you start seeing a million of them cars. Well, you didn't pay that car no attention. Now that you're paying it some attention, you see that it's a whole bunch of them out there that you didn't think. It's the same way with life. When you feel like you're the only one, and then when you step out and you go looking and seeking for that, you will be amazed of how many people are in the same boat as you and trying to do the same thing, or trying to figure this thing called life out and trying to do better and trying to see change happen. The reason people want to change because they don't feel fulfilled. Why you don't feel fulfilled is because you're not living in your purpose. Why you're not living in your purpose? Because you don't know what it is. How would you know what it is if you're not surrounding yourself by the right people? I mean, we can just go, it's just like this. It's just keep going back and forth. All of it works together for your good. All of it is going to be for the best of you. But at the end of the day, nobody can't make you. We can guide you. I can show you. I can tell you different things and ways that you can make these changes. But at the end of the day, do you really want them? Do you really want them? And like one of the people just said, they said it's rough. And I mean, capitalized it. It's rough. Yes, it is. It's rough. But what do you want more of? What do you love more? Would you love to just close your eyes and think of whatever that rough situation is? Close your eyes and think of, wow, how would it feel to not deal with these things that are making me feel like my life is rough? What would it be like? What would it be like for you? Close your eyes and think about that. And if it really, really makes you feel good to think about that, then that's how life is going to be. If that's what you want. You have to want it. No one can't want it for you. I have notes, so I'm looking over here because at certain points I like to hit, and sometimes I like to talk and I'll forget them. We already talked about change will definitely be uncomfortable. And you got to realize this too. People that are not on your mental level and people that are not where you want to go will never understand you. You'll be a laughing stock if you change things up. People, like for instance, we don't do the cable thing, and you know, a lot of people are conforming to that now. You know, we don't do the cable thing, and we're real frugal about the way we spend money. We're real frugal about certain things. Now, I will say this, and I'll be honest with you. Girl, I was so frugal to the point where I didn't want to spend money on stuff that I know it was something that wasn't a frivolous buy. You don't want to be so caught up in trying to save and be frugal that you don't buy things that you really could use and it's a need or something that is worth it or whatever. So it was like I hated to ever have to be in a situation where I didn't have money like I needed to for emergencies, for anything. But at the end of the day, my mindset was so conformed to not spending that I wouldn't even want to spend on things that I truly needed. Well, if y'all know me and been rocking with me, I'm not a person that just goes out and just be buying unnecessary stuff. Not doing that. I'm not doing that. You know why? Because I have a goal. And not only do I have a goal, but I'm doing something right now in my life that I'm going to share with you guys. I don't want to share it until I see that I've done what I set out to do, so I can pan it out for you. Like, this is what I did. This is the sacrifice we made. This is the struggle we may have went through, and this is how this worked out. And now we're here. You get what I'm saying? You hear me talking about that old truck that we have? Is it because we can't get another one? No. Why do I want another one? For what? It's reliable. I can get in it. We can go and we can do what we need to do. Who are you trying to impress? That's the key thing. A lot of times we won't change because we are so locked into what people freaking think. Who gives a damn? Like, let's be honest. Who gives a damn? Because at the end of the day, when you lay your head down in that bed, Not one of them is coming to comfort you for the choices that you made to impress somebody just to pull up next to them and they could care less. Oh, nice car. And they on about their life. You get what I'm saying? Or whoever and whatever type of excitement you need for that moment that you bought that unnecessary piece of metal that depreciates soon as you take it off of the lot. Who are you trying to impress? If you realize that impressing yourself will be the most important, that's the secret. Impressing yourself, impressing you, because you want to be better. So you want to look at the old you and be like, fooled you, not going there anymore. This is where I'm at now. But it'd be a positive change. It'd be something different. It'd be something that you can say, you know what? I was here, now I'm here. But this right here has to realize in between here is going to be a struggle. Mental, not talking about financial. It's going to be, and it could be depending on what your change is that you want. Do you want to stop spending so much money? Do you want to stop trying to show off for other people? And a lot of times people don't intentionally say that's what they're doing, but be real with yourself. Say self. And really say it. Am I just doing this because I don't want people to think a certain way of me? Screw them. Screw them, literally, because they are not going to come in and send you a lifesaver jacket when you are in the hole and you're working all the time, overtime, away from your family and your children because you are trying to keep up with all this unnecessary stuff that's way above your means. That's way above your means. Screw them. At the end of the day, screw them. Because real friends, you know how you hear people say, I have a ride or die friend, whether I'm right or wrong, they're going to be there for me. Well, whether you look stupid or feel stupid or whatever, if they're really your friend and they know that you really don't do stupid stuff, you're just trying to figure it out, they're going to ride or die with you. They're not going to make you feel less than during this time of change, during this time of transition, because the transition is going to be hard, whether you're leaving a relationship, whether you're trying to get it right with a child, whether you're trying to get it right with a sibling or whatever the case may be. It's not going to be easy. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. But when you surround yourself with people who are trying to do the same thing, then you won't feel alone. A lot of times when you feel alone, you end up reverting back to the old people, the old relationships, the old things that you've been in that's making you stressed out, that's making you feel like it's overwhelming, that's draining you. Your positive energy, draining your pockets, your wallets, your bank accounts, whatever. Because a lot of people got that situation. They got people that they're around that they just feel good around, but they know that the people really are not good for them and they are draining them. They're draining them mentally and they're draining them financially. Those are the people you need to get rid of. Learn to love yourself. Learn to be by self until you understand what self wants and needs. Because it's not somebody who don't give a damn about you. It's not somebody who don't care to see you change. Because a real friend, and that's why I know a lot of women, I know a lot of people, and y'all heard me say this, but I don't do all this. I do consider that I have a couple of people that I've said they're like best friends to me. I don't even say best friends, they're like family. But I'm not going, oh, my bestie, this, I don't do that. Because technically, I got people I knew for years and grew up with, but at the end of the day, still people levels in their mental. When you have conversations with people, the way they say certain things, I just listen. You know, when people brag about having certain things or doing certain things, well, if that's not enticing to me, you're really not bragging to me, because my standard of living has nothing to do with my credit score and what kind of car I drive and what kind of shoes are on my feet. Because at the end of the day, all three of those things will not leave here with me. At the end of the day, they will not create memories for the people that I love that mean so much more to say I was a good person and I was there for them. Hey, y'all, so true. Stagnation is no good. Life is growth and change. I got rid of that energy vampires, people who suck all your energy. You have to. You definitely have to. You have to, and research and don't get anything. Exactly. We just got to learn to be uncomfortable, y'all. We not used to being comfortable. We not used to being uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is uncomfortable. That's the way. It's uncomfortable. Because it is uncomfortable, you have to realize, listen, do you want to be uncomfortable now and go through it to save face and feel good about yourself later? Because a lot of times, even being comfortable, the only way it's comfortable, now I'm even going to say comfortable, it's a comfort zone. It's a mental comfort zone for you, because you know Yep, he gonna come in the house. He ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna leave out. He gonna go late. He gonna go. I know he's still messing with the girl around the corner, whatever the case may be. But I know he coming in the house at a certain time. Or he ain't gonna pay no bills when he get his check. Or she ain't gonna pay no bills. She ain't gonna help me when she get her money. Or she gonna blow it out at the club or with her friends or whatever. Or I know, you get what I'm saying? It's multiple things. I'm talking those relationship situations that people going through and they stay stuck in and not loving themselves and know to realize this person don't give a damn about you. That's what I'm talking about. But we can talk about people that's just in debt and that person done walked out on you, and here you is left with all this debt and don't know where to start, don't know where to go, don't know how to get yourself, just at least, can I get my top lip over the water, my top lip or my eyes so I can see what's going on up there. You don't know how. You don't know how. I also talked about in my other video, I talked about what somebody just said about energy suckers. Listen, listen, if you negative, if your energy is not right, I can't do you. I can't do you. Now, I'm going to be having my first Queen's Mingle here in a couple weeks. And so I'm kind of nervous, but it's for a reason and for a purpose, and I can't wait to see how it goes. And hopefully it will be a thing like I did in South Carolina, where it grows and becomes something where we can stop having so much pride and so much of these superficial facades and fakeness to one another when we're hurting, because you never know who can help you. You never know who can help you get to that next step. You never understand what others are going through around you until you open up, and you never know your story, your actual story and your testimony may be a help. It may help someone else. I don't understand why people make their life more difficult than it needs to be and keep the cycle of insanity going to get different. You need, I just talk about, you have to, you definitely have to, but you got to realize it sounds simple, Cindy, to say you don't understand why people. That's not an easy question to ask, because you got to realize everybody's not raised the same way. Everybody does not have the same support. Everybody does not have positive encouragement or some form of model to show them what things should be. So I can't fault a person. I can't get mad at a girl or a woman or a man who does something over and over, but then when you look at their mother or look at who raised them, that's all they know. So I can't get mad at them. All I'm doing is showing and helping in my way to show them it's better. It's better out there. It's better out there. It's better for you. I would never, I couldn't say I don't understand, because I do. You know, because at the end of the day, I was telling my daughter the other day, you know how somebody say, well, I could have done this, I could have done that. Well, a lot of us could have. I could be a murderer. I could be a rapist. I can be a killer. A serial killer, or whatever the case may be. I could be a robber. I can be a lot of things. But because of my mental stability and knowing the consequence and having a conscience, that's not a road that I'm even thinking or would even want to, it's not even an option. You get what I'm saying? That's not my lifestyle. I love people too much and I could never see myself doing that. But, so what do you think about someone who is? Why? You get what I'm saying? So, and I went deep for a reason as far as a serial killer, whatever, because it's a whole bunch of them in the world. You get what I'm saying? So there's so many levels, and even me, it's probably people look at me and think that I'm crazy, I'm silly, and I don't know nothing, or whatever the case may be. There's so many different levels of life. Some things are easier said than done. Oh gosh, Shanta, girl, I know that. Trust me, I know that. That's why I never say, I never can put down anyone. You know why? Because you never know. It could take just a quick flick of some type of incident in your life to have you mentally messed up. God forbid, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Knock on something. Well, these legs of this chair that can have you in an insane asylum, in prison, or whatever the case may be, in a situation with a person that you never thought you would be in. You don't know how many manipulators and how many people it is in this world that can manipulate the panties off a woman, that can manipulate the boxers off a man, that can manipulate the pockets off a woman and a man. So with that being said, those people were raised around people who were manipulators and who were good at it, and they just got better at it. You get what I'm saying? So life is what it is, but it's people that are positive and people like us that want to make a change that have to open our mouth, because it's people around you that need you. I'm just learning that later in life. I know so many older women who are afraid to tell their daughters the truth because their life earlier on wasn't the best model, but you have to get real. Oh, girl, yeah, I talk to my kids about everything. Some things are easier said than done. Yes, Shanta, definitely. I'm not coming from a place of, no. Never said you was coming from a place of judgment. What I'm saying is, it's hard to say you can't understand. Like, to me, I just say I feel, I have sympathy, empathy for those people, because it's hard to me. My understanding, what I would say is, it's hard for me to understand their understanding, because I may not have been raised like that. If that's where you were coming from, like you couldn't understand how they understand, their understanding of why they stay in that situation, whether it be abusive relationship, whether it be a financial manipulating relationship from a place of judgment. I know that everybody has more than one layer, and some things just seem like common knowledge, but we definitely have to start supporting each other. Yeah, some things do seem like common knowledge, just like they say common sense, but common sense is not common. It's not. It's really not common, when you can sit and hear a person who has put themselves in a situation of being a murderer and now doing life, or whatever the case may be. You have a conversation with that person, and then you have a conversation with a person who is not mentally messed up. See, a mental has a lot to do with it. And a lot of times too, I'm not a mental health expert at all. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times our people have a lot of mental health issues. And when you do have a lot of mental health issues, it will leave you stagnant because you don't want to face them. You don't want to face them. And mental health is not a bad thing. See, when people say mental health, a lot of people think, oh, they retarded, and oh, they are slow. And no, that just means that their mental have been through things that it should not have been through, and it has traumatized them in some way, shape, or form. And because of that, they have mental health issues. Their mental health is not in order. That does not mean that they are messed up. Do you know that they say that out of, let's just say, 1,000 people, they say over like 400 of them have mental health issues. Mental health could be so many different things. You can have been in a relationship where this person mentally abused you so bad that now you don't love yourself, or now you don't feel that you're worth putting in the effort to make a change, to be better, to be that person that they said you would never be, because they stumped you down so bad. Yes, Cindy, we as women don't support one another, and I think that is what's lacking. You are so right. So proud of you, sis. You are a blessing. I love you. Thank you, babes. Definitely. I'm extremely grateful for all the women, older women, who took the time out to give me the knowledge and break down things for me, so I didn't have to go through so many difficulties. Right, sis. So true. Anybody can be taken there. You are right. I worked in a prison. My husband worked in a prison. He worked with death row. And I told you guys that. This is the thing. Do you not realize how many people I've encountered who were, that awesome scholar, dean's list, all these accolades, graduated, and, beautiful home, credit scores banging, making 6 figures and all this crazy stuff, and snapped. So money does not keep you sane. Money does not make you happy. Money does not transform anything when it comes to your mental. It doesn't. It does not. And when people realize that and can be happy and content with the menial, it's nothing. So when you get better, all you're going to do is be a blessing to other people and help encourage another person to get there, because that's what unselfish people do. That's what people who don't want to just say, oh, look at me, look what I got, and look what I bought. Forget all that, because at the end of the day, you're not happy. That's why you see NFL players killing themselves, killing their wives, basketball players, people with all this money. You see all these celebrities killing themselves and doing crazy stuff to people that they love, because they snap with all that money, with all that fame, they can do anything they want in the world. And the money couldn't change that snapping moment. So that's why I made this channel, because at the end of the day, it does not matter how much money, how big your house is or anything. I love my house. I love my house. My house is not huge, but it's mine, and I made it the way I want it to be. And at the end of the day, when I share some of the things with y'all that I am doing for my future life, and that's what, truthfully, y'all, this is how I like to be. I really do. I get divaed up if I need to, but this is how I like to be. I feel so free spirited. I feel I don't gotta worry about, is it gonna get messed up? Is it gonna, is my wife? Oh, I really don't got time for that. But I do, like to become a diva every now and then. So Trinity can take it there. Hey, sis. Hello, everyone. I mean, hello. I'm reading everything you said. Hello. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm comfortable in. This is me. I'm really comfortable here. We have to support one another. You may be in a situation, like you said, Cindy, where you had these women come into your life to help you to be able to not go through some of the different things that you hear other women going through, and the different things that you probably side-eye. Because let's be real. You saying let's be real, let's be real. I've side-eyed a lot of people in situations growing up. And today I probably still, because my mental and in the way society is just like, before I know it, I'm prejudging someone when I look at them or their actions or the way they are. You know how you'll see somebody in a store and they what you call ghetto and loud and, just overdoing it or whatever. And you're like, ugh, ugh. But then I don't even do that no more. I just smile and I say, you know what I'm saying? Father, help her to transform herself and not to become even more extreme. Because at the end of the day, I don't know why she's loud. I don't know why she's ghetto or is okay with walking out the house, presenting herself in such a way, because that's probably how her mama was. Usually you get worse. Her mama probably was loud, probably didn't care about her appearance, probably did not care, you know what I mean, how she presented herself in public. So how could you get mad at her? How could you see, when we realize that these people with these issues that we look at, well, we say issues because that's what you say when you first see somebody, and you prejudge, because I prejudged a lot. I did. I'm being real. I don't have time to sit here and be fake. I prejudge, and today I still prejudge. And I get mad at myself because I'm like, you shouldn't. Because it's just like, you get a little irritated by certain ways and certain things that people do. That's why certain people I can't watch on YouTube, certain people I can't take for long. And it's like, no, you cannot, Shanta, you were the one that sent me the email. Please email me again. We need to talk on the phone. We need to talk on the phone. I don't want to do this because I was looking for you. Please, we need to get with each other. Okay. Truth, I am morbidly obese and now homebound and recuperating from a lengthy hospital stay. My mental is all over the place now that I look at myself and ask, who is this woman? I don't know myself anymore. You know what? I was looking for you, and do you know we've been talking and I had no clue? I could not remember the name. I couldn't find the email. And I said, if you email me, somebody emailed me, girl, you had me in tears. I said, please email me again, please. Oh my gosh. Email me. I'm going to give you my number because we're going to talk. We're going to talk. I'm making my business that we're going to talk, okay? If I got to come see you, where you at? Like, we going to talk, okay? So, and I didn't forget about you as far as the weight loss and stuff like that. I was telling you, I got to get my mental right as far as I was feeling so overwhelmed with the other channel. And it's not, I'm still going to be loading over there. But, I just feel like I wasn't fulfilling my purpose. And my purpose, it's just been sticking with me since I was young. I am a lover, I am a giver, and I am a helper. Smart. Not where people could take advantage, because y'all already know how people do. Y'all know how that works or whatever. But because of that, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I needed a space where it was strictly for this. And like I said, guys, I talked very early in this video. Today is Wednesday. Do y'all think I should stay with Wednesday at 8 p.m. or Thursday at 8 p.m.? Those are the one of the 2 days. However many I get back within the next couple days, let me know which day they think that's the day I'm going to go with. And I'm going to post a thing up or something that if I can to say, okay, videos will be loaded at such and such a time on this channel. And it's going to be 8 p.m. 8 p.m. I feel is going to be perfect because, guys, if I decide to go live like this, people who already went to work can catch me. If not, I can still send the actual, okay, take that down, babe. Take your email down. I don't want that up for everybody. So take that down and just email me, babe. Just email me at the CPR vibe at Gmail or CPR for the body. Either one, babe. Just email me. Take your email down, please. Can I take it down for you? Nope, I can't because that's on my phone. So we're going to chat. I promise. I promise you we're going to chat. No lies. I've been looking for you. So 8 o'clock on Wednesdays or 8 o'clock. Oh, you can't see the email? Wait. Oh, I thought that was the email. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm thinking it just says at. Oh, she said, yeah. That was Cindy sending Shanta love, and I thought that was an email. Or was it an email? I can't see. I'm tripping. Y'all forgive me. But anywho, so it's going to be 8 o'clock Wednesday or 8 o'clock Thursday because either way, if I go live or if I post a video for this channel, it's 8 o'clock. That it is what it is. I want to stay consistent, and this is my first week, and that's how we're going to do it. But yes, guys, I wanted to talk about change because this channel came about because CPR needs change. If you do not know, CPR are my initials, okay? I just feel God don't do nothing for no reason. That just happened to me. I married a man, and my last name is a R, and CPR is my initials. And are my initials. And so, yeah, I just feel like I'm supposed to bring life. No, I know I'm supposed to bring life. I got to stop saying if or feel like. I'm supposed to bring life. I'm supposed to help revive people. That's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. I have designed jewelry for years. I've done interior design for years. I've done fitness. And I'm still going to get back into that, but it's going to be more on a coaching level because state of New York is totally different from South Carolina when it comes to fitness. So I'm going to be more like life coaching. Within my life coaching, that's going to be within that as far as help. So, I'm here to revive. I'm here. If you want to talk to me, listen, let me tell y'all, I see these same names of people supporting me and I love it. Y'all, if y'all want to talk, y'all girl be up late night, okay? I'll be up watching Netflix and trying to find something to watch on my television. If you want to talk to me, literally, we talk. And anything that you tell me don't go nowhere. If you need me to talk to you one-on-one, this ain't about no money. This ain't about none of that. I want to help my sisters and brothers because I have a couple males that I've talked to about dating and all that other stuff and finding women and all that. If y'all only knew what goes on when this camera not on, your girl is all over the place. Not in a bad way, but I'm all over the place, but trying to help people. You're bringing life. That's how I found you. Your spirit called me. Oh, you are so amazing, girl. You know, I felt so bad. I felt so bad when I couldn't find you. The devil is a liar because how did that email just go away? Like, I was literally reading the email and it dinged and I was reading and I was just like, okay, I need to sit down. I can't just read this on the way out the door. And, I went back and the email was gone. The email was gone and I felt like bullcrap. That's why I was reaching out like, where is this? I said, somebody emailed me. It was and I didn't want to put your business out there or anything like that. So that's why I was like, please, please. So it makes me feel good to know that I've been talking to you. Ain't had no clue it was you, girl, the whole time. But yeah, I had to change. I'm going to tell y'all, it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable starting this channel because it's new. It's fresh. Everything is all fresh. And I'm like, how would this be received? And what should I start off with? And when I tell y'all I got so much to share and so many things I want to do just on this channel, I said, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with the flow and what comes to my heart, what comes to my mind and makes me feel good to share. I'm going to share it. and I'm going to leave it up. These lives will stay up, so I'm just letting you guys know that they will stay up. And as of now, it's going to be 1 day a week, and I just need to hear feedback from my ones that I know consistently come to my channel and watch me. 8 p.m. on Wednesday or 8 p.m. on Thursday is what we're trying to figure out right now. That way, if I go live, y'all know it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, it don't matter. You get what I'm saying? But we just got to figure out the day. And when I choose the day, it will be in the description box to know. That way you can set your alarm, your timer, whatever. Because I'm going to have certain topics lined up to talk about. And then go in depth with those topics. So that's kind of what that's going to be about. And like I said, some things we will talk about. And then I'll let you know, hey, go check out videos on the other channel of more in depth of that issue or that thing that need to be broke down, as far as like when I get into budgeting and learning to budget your life and spending and all that good stuff, just learning to be content and realizing that life is so simple if you make it. You make it difficult by allowing difficult people and situations in your life. And a lot of times people are afraid to push people away because they don't want people to feel a certain type of way. If that person is draining you and pulling from you, you do not allow them to continue to drain it, because they're not worth it. They'll never pay you back, and you never can get your time back. So if that is the case, you have to let them go. It's going to be uncomfortable, especially if you're a person. I've met so many people that just love on people so much and just will get pulled through the ringer because they keep giving people chances and they keep seeing the potential for a person. Listen, potentially, we need to realize that it's going to get worse. And you're going to be the one that's going to pay for it. So definitely don't allow them to. I was so happy to have found you, I believe somewhere around 2012 or 13, I think. Laugh out loud. But you've always been so helpful. It's truly your calling. I can just tell. You've been rocking with me that long, girl. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's so true. I had to learn that the hard way while you're talking about me. But it's crazy. What would I call you? Wilson, I'll say Wilson. It's crazy because those people can be the sweetest, the kindest person on the earth, but you get those manipulating freaking vampires. Janine, you get those manipulating vampires that will suck the life out of those people to the point where you wonder why people that were so sweet are now so evil or so just straight cutthroat, ain't trying to hear nothing. Janine, you don't want to take yourself to that point. You do not want someone to take you to such a point where the Creator made you with this loving heart, but you just around the wrong people that deserve it and appreciate it. So you don't want the people that don't deserve it to get it. You get what I'm saying? You don't want the people that don't deserve it to give it. That's like with Lord, what is that? The benefits, you know, people getting it and don't really need it. But then you got people who really need it and it won't be none. You get what I'm saying? You do not want to deplete yourself to such a point where the people who need you, everybody has a purpose. I don't care who you are. All of us, the Creator created us with a purpose. You have to find it. Time is running out and you're not getting it back. They're not going to give it back to you. Y'all scratched the heck out of my face playing around trying to demonstrate. Y'all know I talk with my hands. So I was demonstrating something to my husband and went and scratched. Like I felt the skin roll off in my hand. Scratched the mess up my face. So your time you can't get back. So because you can't get your time back, don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. They ain't giving you nothing for it. It ain't no investment, because some people are truly not worth it. And what I mean by that, your time. They need somebody else who is willing to click that light on. You may not be the person. Everybody is here for certain people. I may not reach certain people. Certain people may not understand me, or may not get me, or my, what is the word? Why do I always get locked up? My delivery may not go off well to certain people. Some people need a soft-spoken person to just tell you that you need to. Somebody might need that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, because sometimes when you be down so bad, you need that person like, listen, let me tell you something. This is what you're going to do, because this is not going to change unless you change it. We can't sit here and have a pity party. We're not going to do this. You love yourself. You love me, right? You believe in me. Let's get this going. This is how we're going to work this out. You get what I'm saying? Some people need that. So everybody is for somebody. Everybody is not aggressive like me. Everybody's not in your face like me. Some people need that type of person that's going to get them to get off their apple and do what they need to do. And then some people need that person like, ain't nobody trying to hear those excuses. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going, because we need to do better. This is not better. This is not better. And your girl ain't about to see you go down deeper. You're already down. We ain't going down deeper, because a couple steps after that, you're not going to be here. Okay? We ain't about to play those games. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. So with that being said, you have to realize, release them. It's not working. Your love, your energy, the niceness is being taken advantage of. Okay, so next person. You get what I'm saying? Realize who your energy should go to. Realize and understand it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Why I just feel some hot heat on my rump? Oh, gosh. Yes, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and you have to step back, let go. Everything gets better with time. If you feel like they're not gonna feel you anymore, they're not gonna like you, or they feel you acting like you're better or whatever, if I am not bringing nothing positive to you and your dead situation and your negative energy, there's no need for us to stay around each other and be friends. So with that being said, I'm being drained of my money, my energy, my time, and all the love that I've been trying to give you. I have no more for you. So I'm gonna need you to realize it's only because I love you, because somebody else needs to be in my space, because I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. You are so right. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you need somebody to get you together in a firm way. Oh, Lord, you are down my street. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, that's why I stay by myself. It is. You know why? Because if you're going to be my friend, we're going to do big things together. If you're going to be my friend, we're going to see some progression. If not, then listen, let me tell you something. Do you really want this? Because we still talking about the same thing, and you ain't did none of the things that we talked about you was going to do to baby step your way and progress to better. It's all a process. It's all a freaking process. And when you realize that, you won't be so hard on yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. And I promise you, time will heal everything. How they feel about you, letting them go. How you feel about letting them go. You're probably going to save some money. You're going to save some energy. You're going to probably save some gas. I met this lady, and she was blind. She was blind. And, this is how I know that I'm here to do certain things, because the people that I've encountered, I can't really say that out of everybody I've encountered in my life, that there's too many people that I can't go back to talk to or build that relationship up if I wanted it again. So I met this lady that was blind, and this is when I was younger and my girls were younger. Oh my gosh. She was, no, she wasn't a widow. She was just single. And this lady lived in this small little apartment. And she had a lot of money. And when I met her, I had so much respect for her. Even when I found out what she had, I never asked her for anything. But she always wanted to give to me and my children. And she said to me, you have such a beautiful spirit. She was like, you're one of the first people that came around me and I was a young mom. Y'all realize before I met my husband, I was a single mom. All my children are not by my husband. And I'm saying this because I only got to be real with you guys. Okay. And, I was a single mom that went through some things that one day, okay, with some men's. I'm gonna say some Negro niggas, and I'm saying that because the ignorance and their mindsets and how crazy and whatever they were. I'm glad they're where they are. at this time. So she used to babysit for me blind. She used to babysit for me blind. Very, very, very in tune to my girls. Y'all, it was amazing. Very in tune to my girls, and they were young. Like, I think my middle daughter was months because I met my husband when she was just before she turned 1, and she's 15. But she used to watch both of them. So my oldest was like 3.5, and then she was months. And she used to keep them. And it was the craziest thing because my kids never went to daycare. Never went to daycare. And I can't, to this day, I can't remember how I met the lady. But the people that were around her and tried to be around her was so draining. It was always somebody coming for money. It was always somebody... That's so true. So true. They say that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So I keep my circle tight and worthy people. Exact, girl. Yes. Yes. I don't even have a circle. I got a dot. It's me. So with that being said, I'm just saying, like, this lady, her love for people and helping people and doing for people was just, it was amazing. It was amazing to the point where I was hurting because she wanted to be loved and wanted to have family, and she didn't have family. I don't know what the situation was with her family or anything like that. But I met her because she kept someone else's child, and she was their aunt. And she was just the sweetest lady. But long story short on that, this lady was depressed. This lady was really depressed. Now that I'm looking back at it now, all she cared about was taking care of the kids and doing with the kids. And it was just so sad now that I look back at it, because she literally was being taken advantage of. And when I say beautiful, she just couldn't see. She just could not see. Beautiful, beautiful long hair, chocolate, beautiful woman. I don't even recall if she was born blind. I can't even remember all the details. It was so long ago. But she was being taken advantage of, and the lady was so depressed. But she chose to stay that way because these people were filling her days with attention and time. Even if it was good or bad, they were filling her days. So they would come get her and take her to the store, but then she's buying them all this food or buying them and their children stuff, just taking advantage of. And that was just something that really hurt me. I said, how could people be so evil? But they can, because when a person has no conscience and is selfish and doesn't care and was never taught to go both ways, like it's not saying you do for me, I do for you. Not just that, but it shouldn't just be me, what I can get. That's what I mean. So, I don't know I don't even know if she's still living, but I do know that it was just a sad situation, because you could see that she was sad, that she really wasn't happy. When I brought the kids, it was just like, it just brightened her day. It brightened her day. And it was crazy because my oldest daughter, she loved the heck out of this lady. She was like, Mommy, like every time I come, she's like, Miss such and such did this and we did this and we did that. And she did so much with them. And that's when I was between allowing them to, my other one was getting ready to go to preschool, and allowing another lady that I would let keep my babies. She was really sick, so she was out for a while where she couldn't keep any kids, and that's how I ended up meeting with the lady and all that good stuff. But yeah, it was awesome. And it's just sad that there's so many people out there that take advantage of people. She already got not saying just because she blind that she couldn't be evil and she couldn't be mean and that people had to cater to her, but it's just me. I had empathy and sympathy for that it's like, okay, I believe that right there alone should make you feel stupid. You know what I mean? You got one up on her. She can't even see you. So her letting you in her presence and her home and all that is just trusting in itself. That's why I'm trying to get right this year and focus on self-love, care. Because why did I let people do that to me? I sound like the lady with no sight, and I can see, but sometimes we are blind. Yes, we are. We are blind sometimes when we don't know what we're supposed to be looking for. When we don't know. Sometimes we could be blind, but sometimes we don't even know what we're looking for. You get what I'm saying? That's like me telling you, go in there and get the ball. But when you go in, there's 50 balls in there and they're all different colors. You don't know exactly what you're looking for. What are you looking for? You get what I'm saying? What do you want in your life? Sit down and figure that out. And when you sit there and say, this is what I want in my life, and this is the things that I don't want in my life. You get what I'm saying? So once you see this, you already gonna know what you got to get rid of. You're gonna know what this is. You're gonna know what this is. But you have to be honest with you and say, say, listen, we got to do better, because Jim, Bob, and Maureen are not cool. They only come around when they need a place to stay because they got evicted, or they only come around when they need some money, or they only come around when they need some food out my freezer, or they only come around when they want me to babysit the kids, or they need a ride, or whatever the case may be. Tell them no. Tell them no. Start saying no. Say no one time. To whoever you've been saying yes to that has been draining you. Say no one time. It'll make you feel good. Just one time. One time will be the stepping stone for you to feel like, you know what? No, I don't. I don't have it to give. No, I don't. No, I don't have the time to be there. No, I don't. That is so true. I find journaling so important now because it definitely helps you make a roadmap, working on no more years of regret and are wandering aimlessly. You're right. You're right. And I've been journaling. I will admit, sometimes I get lack and I have to go back and try to remember the last 3 days that I forgot to write. I was being CPR for everyone else. Why? I needed to be revived. You dig? Shaking my head. But God. Yep. Me too. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your child. You have to learn when to step back, because at the end of the day, even with my oldest, when I don't have time, I just do list of gratitude and what I want most in life. Yes, and that's what I finally started doing. Journaling is awesome. You got to realize that if a person comes to their senses, and when they do come to their senses, everything that you did that is benefiting you, that will also benefit them to open their eyes up to realize that I can't be a manipulator and just be using people out my life. I need to do better, and I need to know that the people that I'm doing this to, either I can't love them or I don't care about them. You have to know that this will come back. So your energy should be positive. Your delivery and what you do and what you put out there, let it be good. Even if right now you're in a situation where you don't understand why things are happening, those people that you gave your all to, those people that you gave all your energy to, when you decide to change, guess what? Karma's going to come back, and somebody's going to give all their energy to you in time, and it's going to be positive, and it's going to be for the good because you've already done it. So get rid of them. Get rid of whoever it is that's draining you. Learn to be by yourself, or learn to understand that you're never going to be happy until you love self. And if y'all not on my Instagram, I posted that. Today. Was it today or yesterday? I said self-love is the first step to a happy life. And it is, because you can't possibly love yourself if you keep allowing people to hurt you. And you keep allowing these things to consistently happen that are draining you mentally, physically, and emotionally. If you love yourself, you're not going to do that. So with that being said, you're starting off to happiness. You being happy mentally, physically, and emotionally. I love to help people, but I must see that you are progressing, and I learn how to say no and move on. Exactly. Because a lot of people, they know how to play just enough of the field to make you feel like that you're helping and they're doing better, but they're really not. I'll learn I'm all I have in the world. Never by myself, with myself, and it's almost important. It is the most important relationship. You hear me always say stick to the script because you're the best at it. Well, you got to realize that you and everything that's going on in your life is because you're living. You're existing. You won't start living until you love yourself, and you won't start living until you know what you're living for, meaning what's your purpose. Yeah, Faye Petaway, I'm learning my no has to have just as much power as my yes. As much power as my yes. Yes, it does. I've been learned that. I said, you know what? You know why? Because when I had times where I needed people regardless, they weren't there. And that messed up the relationships. It's like when I ask for something, oh, our relationship is about to be over because they feel because I don't sit, pout, or talk about the ups and downs and the bads and all that with everybody and share my business at, you know, when I was going through certain things, that I was always good. No, it's not that I'm always good. It's just that I'm not going to let the situation overwhelm me to the point that's all I'm talking about. I got to post about it. You know what I mean? I will say, thank God, I never been in situations, I can say this, I never been in situations where my children had to experience like lights getting cut off or anything like that. But I have been in other situations that were more detrimental to that. And I feel like in such a young age, the things that I went through, it made me who I am today. It made me who I am today. And even living my life day to day, I still feel like I haven't been fulfilled. I still feel like it's so much more. You guys know that I was telling you about me doing life coaching and inspirational speaking and stuff. You know, things happen the way they're supposed to happen. They happen for a reason. My first big event was supposed to be in February, not because of anything of my own, but it was something that, you know, a death. There was nothing nobody can do about that. But that right there allowed me to step back and look at things. And this all had to happen the way it needed to happen for that to happen. For this to happen the way it should. All that needed to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Remember, you are the most important person in your life, and sticking to your script is the best thing. Once you learn what your purpose is, you will know what your script is. And if you hear me say that is so serious. When the Creator gave us life, He gave us a script. You got to figure out what yours is. Figure out what yours is. Don't be looking at Susie's or David's, because theirs is not the same. And you may not be cut out for their main role. Okay? Stay in your role, because everybody is not cut out for the main role. It's special people for certain things. Just like I said, it's special people for certain people. You're here for certain people. If that person is meant for you to be in their life to change them, then they will change. If not, let them move on. Don't let them drain you. Do not let them drain you. So that was change and changing for yourself so you can love yourself and realizing life can be awesome. And it is not about material things, and it's not about money, because there's a lot of people mentally ill, stressed out, struggling with anxiety, thinking about suicide, depressed, and all that with millions of dollars. So never think that money is the answer, because it's not. Thanks so much for those powerful nuggets you just imparted in us. God bless, and keep you all. Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you guys tell me, let me know. You already know CPR, the CPR vibe at gmail.com or CPR for the body at gmail.com. You can email me if you want to talk, if it's something you want to go more in depth on, if you need your sister to help guide you through some things, or whatever the case may be. Make sure that you email me, and we can go from there. And let me know about the 8 p.m. Wednesday or 8 p.m. on Thursday, because we will be here 8 p.m. every week consistently. It's either going to be a live or a preloaded video. I don't know. We'll figure that out. It might just be random depending on what's going on in my life. So yeah. Yep, CPR for the body at Gmail. That is my email, and I love to get emails. I love to chat. I also have my P.O. box. If you wanted to send a card or send a letter you like to write, you want to vent and write it down, you can send it to my P.O. box. That is below. I think that's below as well. If not, it's on my other channel in the description box, but it should be below on this one. So yeah, guys, I love you guys. You guys were so awesome. I really, really, really appreciate the time. I appreciate the conversation and all that great stuff. Make sure you share this channel, please. I want to grow this channel, because I'm going to be having guests of women and people who went through things and want to share how they got out of certain situations. So you want to share this channel. We talking about everything. This is all things life management on this channel. We reviving in all ways, shapes, and forms on this channel. So I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, stick to your script, because you are the best at it. Later, gators.